Hi, it's me, Andres, and this is my project regarding the topics language learning, identity, cultural differences, as well as communicative competence. When we come across the term language learning, we have to recall that people who are part of a learning environment, like a class, they all come from different cultural contexts, which will mean that all the people in a given um, space are not gonna share the same ways of doing, the same ways of behaving, and the same worldview because we all come from different cultural backgrounds. So, in terms of language learning, we have to make sure that we help our students acquire not only the vocabulary and the grammar, but also the cultural context in which the language they're learning is used, because this is going to help them become competent users or really competent users of the language, because they are not only fluent in the language, but they also have the ability to know what words to use and how to behave in a specific given case. And this is how it works. Like when we learn a new language, we move from ours to the other one without forgetting about the information we already know about our L1, which is really helpful because we can use this information to strengthen the language we're learning. Um, Based on what I have said, it is very important to recall this question, who are you? Because this question is basically the word identity, because who we are is the result of all the experiences we have had throughout our lives, and because of that is that we see the world in the way we see it, and we do things in the way they do, in the way we do them. Okay, so when it comes to thinking of cultural parameters, we have to keep in mind that in some cultures it is pretty normal to work individually, whereas in other cultures it is very normal to work collaboratively, like in ours. In terms of space distance, in some cultures, it is fine to stay close to each other while talking or while meeting somebody for the first time, whereas in other cultures that is not appropriate. Like for example, in Japan or in the United States, where they are not that used to getting close to each other while talking. And regarding the view of time, for example, the American culture, they tend to be more picky with time than us Costa Ricans, and that's how we see it. And also, we have we all have stereotypes regarding others' identity, because we were raised in a specific way. So that because of that experience of learning things in a specific way, is that I see or that I perceive something as bad or something as good. Like for example, these two pictures, some people might say that working as a hairstylist being a man is not correct or appropriate, because that might make you feel or make you more effeminate, let's say, whereas a working woman is seen as an independent person, an empowered being, human being, because nowadays that's how we see it, but in other cultures, that's not how it's seen. So the activity that I planned for the class is this one. I'll first start showing my students this picture, and I'll ask them, what do you see? What do you think of what do you see? They will give me their thoughts, and I'll then show them this picture. Oh, yucky, because this is not appropriate in our country. We're not supposed to lick our fingers while we're eating or when we finished eating, because that's not appropriate. Then I'll show this video to my students which shows different good manners. So at the table, so I'll make them watch this video.
Wow, so good! So yummy! Oh no! Please use good manners at the table. Wash your hands before you eat, cause you...
Okay, after they watch the video, because it has some table manners, I'll make them play this activity. So I should or I shouldn't, which has to do with the language part. So I'll show this picture to them. I should talk while I'm eating. No, I shouldn't. Okay. Pedrito, should I eat with my hands dirty? No, I shouldn't, teacher. And what about eating with a spoon or a fork? Ah, I should eat with a spoon or a fork. What about playing with food, kids? Ah, no, teacher, I shouldn't play with food. After they complete this activity, they are gonna make a mini book about table manners. They're gonna create their own mini book. They're gonna share it with the rest of the class. So first they write the sentences and then they draw. Then in a roundtable discussion, they are gonna share their ideas and what they planned, and this is gonna be it. So that's basically the activity, because the students are not only acquiring the language knowledge, but also that cultural knowledge that is part of our culture.